One key factor that stands out as a major predictor of success is grit.
It's not about being great at communicating, having emotional intelligence, being good-looking, or being physically healthy. It's not even about having a high IQ. It's about grit. To succeed in anything, you don't have to be special. You just need to be consistent, determined, and ready to work for it. There are no shortcuts. Integrity, purpose, determination, and discipline, these are the things that make someone a champion in life. Grit is about sticking with something, being strong, and staying determined. It's about showing up every day. It's about holding on to your dreams even when things get tough and uncertain. Grit is passion and perseverance. Grit is having the strength to keep going. It's about staying focused on your goals every day, not just for a short time, but for years. It's the most important quality. It's more important than intelligence. It's more important than being an expert in your field. The ability to keep pushing through, even when you don't see quick results, even when it seems like you're going backwards. That's what sets winners apart from losers. You practice piano, you practice math, you practice cooking, practice grit. Grit is hard work. Grit is the challenge of a lifetime. Many people don't know how to get through challenges. It's about fighting your own battles. You can't let a failure define you. What defines you is what you do when you feel like quitting. When you give it your all, keep fighting. One thing you'll find about grit is that it has to be something you care about. It has to be something you really want to do. Something that excites you. You need to push through the boredom and the hard times because you're motivated by it. I think the most overlooked part of grit is that it needs to be something that excites you. We often hear about people who seem to succeed without effort. People who make it look easy, but we don't see the hard work behind their success, the countless hours they spent practicing, failing, trying again, and the times they almost gave up, but didn't. We don't see the struggles or sacrifices they made, but despite everything, they kept going. I'm speaking from experience. I lived in abandoned buildings, ate out of trash cans. I have a PhD, and it's not because I'm naturally smart. It's all because of grit. Getting a PhD is all about grit. Getting a master's degree is all about grit. It took me 12 years to get my degree. That's all grit. I can't teach you how to be the best, but I can teach you how to push through. I'm talking about grit. I can teach you how to outperform others, not because of talent, but because of endurance, by having more stamina than they do. Let me tell you about grit. Grit is when you're in pain. You keep going because you know you have a job to do. Grit is what pushes you in a completely new direction. I'm not talking about those people who complain because they're not getting what they want right now. How do you get through tough times? You have to keep climbing. It's going to hurt. It's supposed to hurt. If it doesn't hurt, how are you growing? The most successful people didn't get where they are without failing. They didn't get there without learning, adjusting, and pushing through when things got tough. Grit requires us to change how we see challenges. We need to view difficulties as opportunities, not as threats. Grit is the ability to keep going, even when you're not seeing any progress. It's an important quality. Don't expect to see improvements if you haven't sacrificed anything for them. Don't wake up expecting success without putting in the effort. There are no gains without sacrifices. It's easy to feel discouraged when things don't go as planned. It's easy to give up when success feels too far away. But if we embrace grit, we go from just watching things happen to creating our own future. You think this is tough when someone is pushing you, when the coaches are telling you to keep doing things the right way. It's important. In practice, you get to do things over and over. In the game, you don't get that chance. Everything we do takes time. It takes courage. It takes understanding. It takes willpower. It takes reason. It takes knowledge. Keep climbing, and if you slip, get back up. When you feel like quitting, don't know that you have a responsibility to yourself, to the people who depend on you, and to those who love you. Keep climbing. Look at the story of Michael Jordan. He didn't make his high school varsity team on his first try. He was cut from the team because he wasn't good enough. Many would have given up, but Jordan didn't. Instead, he turned his disappointment into a drive to improve. His failures became his motivation, and in the end, he won 6 NBA championships, 5 MVP awards, and became an inspiration for athletes worldwide. But grit isn't just for sports. It's important in every field, from business to education, from science to the arts. Take J.K. Rowling, for example. Before writing the Harry Potter series, she faced many rejections from publishers. She was living on welfare, struggling as a single mother, but she didn't give up on her story. Today, the Harry Potter books have sold over 500 million copies and been translated into 80 languages. Her success is not just about talent. It's about grit and courage to keep going despite the obstacles. So, why am I passionate? Because I got the chance to control my own life. You have the chance to control your destiny. That's the American dream. Not a big house or a fancy car. The real American dream is that all people are equal. Grit is the bridge between dreams and reality. It's the strength to keep going no matter what.